Can everyone hear me? Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. There's some fans in the background. Let me see if I can turn them down for you. So that should definitely be a little bit better. You can probably hear me, but So basically, this day and age, too many people waste electronics, and you know, I picked this computer up off the trash, and it's going to serve a purpose for me. It's actually going to be a tester device. It has the old style hard drive with the IDE cables rather than the SATA. It also has SATA as well. Let's see, you can't see that, but how about if I go like this? There you go. Some SATA cables there. So yeah, old style hard drive, IDE cables, like jumpers, all that nonsense. Freaking like a network card, little tiny bits of RAM, probably DDR2, I believe. Cool ass Cooler Master in there, man. There's a damn Cooler Master. So that's not bad, right? I like Cooler Master. Everybody like Cooler Master. But so this is what we have here. We're gonna rip this apart, part it out, and then use the motherboard for a tester. So let's get to work. Hopefully you guys can get a good view of all this today. And there's enough light to go around today. But yeah, so the IDE cable's there. I'm not even really sure how they work. I wasn't really into computers when all that was going on. By the time I got into them, SATA cables were all the rage, so that's pretty much what I dealt with. There we go. So for now, we're going to start with unplugging things. Let's start with some RAM here. Of course, the camera falls. Better? There we go. Let's start with some RAM. See if I can bring this light closer. Yeah, it's a little better. There we go. So let's take this RAM stick out and let's see what we got. It's like server RAM to me. Look at all these modules. Big modules. Oh, wait, whoa. By the way, this is actually an E-machine. I'm going to put this RAM back in. I forgot. I plugged it in, and I'd like to see if it actually boots. So. Alright, RAM back in. Let's put the power machine. Let's see, did I unplug something that would stop it from booting? No, I did not. It did sort of make a sound when I plugged it in. Oh, I did do something. Unplugged the power supply from the motherboard somewhere. So look at that, people. It actually works. Found on the side of the road. Pretty much abandoned. I don't know how well it works, but it kind of booted. Let's see if it shuts down on me. Cool, man. So looks like some of this works. Some lights and stuff. Alright, let's turn it off. I don't really care. At least we know my little core master fan works. Strain all the power out so we don't zap nothing. Alright, continue. RAM. Let's extract you. What do we have here? Nunya. It's a Nunya brand. Nunya. Nunya. Anyway. But so that is a, I can't even tell. Alright, this second it is, oh, DDR1, the first versions of RAM. It's a very old computer here. So this is a good one to start with as far as a tester. So I can be sure to test all the old equipment that, to be honest, oftentimes people want to fix their older things. You know, these days they want that. They don't always want to just trash everything, so. Sorry, I was kind of doing something. I'll do a little share here on my personal Facebook page, just so a couple people might join in. I don't know, who cares? If so, if not, no biggie deal. Anyway, back on the timeline. Beautiful little old machine. It's an old machine. Very dusty and dirty and such. Alright, so let's continue with this teardown here. Let's take out one of these PCE cards. It's back here. I'll get a better view for you guys once I get closer. But let's get my screwdriver ready so we can start removing some stuff. Bust the light, bust the camera. Great. Alright, light, stay. Good. Camera. Don't want to stay. Light's going to go over here for now. And this is going to get removed too. Better view. Alright, so down here is a card here. An old network card. Probably not going to be useful. I think it's the old 56K modem, or maybe even older modem. Who the frick knows? Old modems. So that is definitely not useful these days. I probably won't even have to test it. So just unplug it. As you can see here, we got a internet line. It's gonna be hard to see by the glare and stuff. But this one says phone. This one says line. Neither of these will fit your standard Ethernet cord these days. The Ethernet spot's actually on the motherboard on the back of the computer. So I'm gonna put my pieces off to the side that I'm done with as I continue to rip this apart. Let's take these here cables out. These things are annoying. IDE cables for power, old style. I'm gonna have to take this up too. We'll take this hard drive out. There's a little case here, or like slider thing, that we're gonna remove as well. And then as you see here, there's screws screwing this hard drive in. And I'll take those out just because I want to see what size hard drive is in here. You know, I'm kind of curious what this old computer actually is rocking. You know, it's probably all right. We're gonna take a bet. What do you guys think? I think I would say this is the end of DDR1 RAM. So I would say this hard drive could be looking at maybe a 160, 250, something like that, gigabyte hard drive. But watch, it'll be even smaller, like, who knows, 80 gigs or something, or 60. Alright, so this hard drive is a WD Caviar, Western Digital Caviar. Old. And then we have 160 gigabytes. Is that correct? Yes, it is, everybody. As you may or may not be able to see there. 160 gigs. So that was a pretty good guess. I said 160 to 250, so you kind of get a feeling over the years of what computers are going to have inside. Alright, we're going to continue ripping cables out and such. It's like this here, what you call it back here. This here power supply has a 20 pin, and this here motherboard takes 24. Hey, it works though, right? Sometimes, that just broke and snapped. I wonder if that wonder if I broke that cooler master. I hope not. I need a longer screwdriver here, guys. Well, since I may or may not have broken it, we are a little worried, so we're gonna go try to take a look real quick. Get in there. I hope I didn't break it. I just loosened it up, you know. That would be great. This is a nice little cooler master. I'd like to keep him and use him on another little Frankenstein build for God knows what reason. It's the thing with these things. When you have a whole bunch of computers, you can build a whole bunch of different things out of them. You know, this is obviously going to serve as a tester motherboard for certain things, probably like hard drives or whatever. But, you know, there's many different things you can build. You can build you a server for music. You could build you, out of an old computer, you could build you a security server. The possibilities are endless. Yeah, so that kind of broke, I think. Got this thing. Yeah, see that one. This one's messed up down here. We had a plastic snap on us, which we may or may not be able to fix. So this one might be a shot cooler master. Over the years, you know, plastic deteriorates, and just a little jiggle of that cracked it, so the screw goes right through now. But it could be something you can fix with a little bit of glue. Sometimes these days you can do it. Got one more back here. Oh, my back. Okay, I need to sit for a second. go. For whatever reason, this one wasn't coming up, and look, 2 of them got broke. 2 broken, I believe. Yeah, so unfortunately, it looks like this here heat sink gonna be shot for this motherboard. Probably have another one that'll work though, but unless I somehow both these screws came through, both of the plastics broke. Yeah. See these damn screws? See this damn old plastic here? Now that was holding that screw in. Little bitty piece of plastic. It's broke now. So I don't know. We'll see if we can get this to maybe fix it. You see there? This plastic broke. Plastic broke. This one's wait, so we got the 2 pieces. I think I found both pieces. So I'm lucky one came off completely, and that can be freaking definitely glued back down. The other one's split in half. If I can glue that back together, that might work too. That's a lot of work, but eh, why not? But yeah, see, here's the other piece. So I glue this piece here. Glue this piece here. To the other piece, glue it to the screw. Glue the screw to here. Old thermal paste, nice and hard. It's still a little, if you look at my finger, it's coming off, so it's still actually not completely hardened. Over all these years, there's still a little bit of safety left. So let's see what kind of processor we got here rocking. Some old kind of Pentium or something. Let me get some alcohol, clean this bad boy off. And then when you use alcohol, if you can, you get 100%. If you can't, you know, go to Walmart, get like 90%. You know, you want the purest alcohol you can get to clean stuff. So all the thermal's done. We got Pentium 4 here, baby. Made in China. Alrighty. Pentium 4 made in China. It's a 04, I think. 04 year. Okay. Which was a good year. Dusty computer. Okay, so we're gonna throw this here back in there so it don't get messed up when I have it out. So dirty, I'll have to clean that out in there. Alright, we're latched down. Alright, let's start unplugging the motherboard so we can get this out of here. It's basically what I want to do. I might even leave the power supply and use a different one on this. So take off all the fans, all that other crap. I can leave these over here. Here we are. Start unplugging these are well, see, we got a regular CD player and a DVD player up top. Isn't that something? DVD writer though, yeah. And that's back in the day when people had a DVD player and they had a writer and they had a CD player, they had everything. So plugged in with these IDE cables here. Which I'm ripping out now. IDE. Rip these power supply out. There's gotta be some Molexes, I believe. We gotta cut that. Careful if you're using knives like this, not scissors. So there's my power supply. We've got him out. He actually works. Good job. So this here tester is going to be an open air tester problem. So I won't really need this case or even this power supply to be in its position that it was in, so I can take him out. As you see, here he is. He's all freaking dirty, gross. Yeah, and I did dust this out also, but not enough, apparently. Not nearly enough. So yeah. So you part out PC, people. We also got 2 drives here. Now how to get these out. How do you get the drives out? Oh yeah, so sorry about that. I didn't show you. Power supply had screws in the back. Here, I just screwed in. It was very simple. You'd be able to see them easy. And then once you get that, you just pop them through. There you go. Same thing here. Screws here. Here, here, here. Once you get that, you're going to push them out that way. It's done. Sometimes there's something on the other side. Hope not, but if there is, you got to open up the other side of the computer. But for now, we'll take out the motherboard first. Alright, we'll do the motherboard last. We're going to do this first. These drives. CD drive, DD drive. Yeah. Now, normally I'd be trying to keep track of where all these screws are going, but in this very instance, like I had said to you, I don't really care because this whole thing is going to take it apart. Now this one could be cool. This could connect a whole bunch of media stuff that you could try. You might be able to connect into other computers. And he was connected down here to this thing down here. Pins and such, so I'll have to look into that, see if I want to use this piece up here. I probably could. It's probably a nice little piece. Looks like I got a screw on each side, and that probably pops out. Maybe not. Maybe one screw. Oh, cool. We got it. Hold it up. See, we got card readers here, so you could maybe add this to other computers or an older or newer computer that doesn't have this stuff that you maybe need to use it with. So we're finding some good parts here. Very, very good parts, you know, that could be very useful to people. An aftermarket sale value, not normally. Sometimes, some of these people want to replace their motherboard. Maybe not this one because it wasn't maybe a high value one or something, but other ones people might. All right, this one's gonna shoot out a CD player for us. CD player, compact disc. Man, let's see how fast we go. We are, does not tell me, but let's say manufactured 2004. Eee. Let's say the date, doesn't seem that long, but when you think about how long ago it was in computers and technology, such a long time. But, you know, eventually, a few years later, every single DVD player played CDs also. So, and soon we'll get to the motherboard. Now, the motherboard screws are the ones you probably want to keep in order. The most tricky to put back together without. Well, not always. Normally they tell you where to put the screws and stuff, but and here is your DVD player. DVD and compact disc, I think. Yeah, I think the other one was just one. Just did one of the two. This one does both, I think. So, it's a nice color too. Nice yellowish or gray. Both of them were a little gray color. They seem like added afterwards, maybe, by the guy on this thing. I feel like it's some old guy, probably. I don't know why. I just feel old guy. HDD, power LED, power SW. So these are all your switches for your front, where your power is and stuff. Look, I took the front case off. E-machines. Yes, here's your power button switch. So I actually need this green one here with the white. This should turn it off and on, I believe. Or it's this black and white. This is black and white one. So, this black and white one here. It says power. I will actually use in my mining rig to turn it off and on. So, because it's actually a power switch. Alright, back to the motherboard. We'll finish this up and then we'll be done with this bad boy. Alright, motherboard. Let's get some screws removed for you. I always knew you had some screws loose, but I had no idea, baby. Alright, what I'm going to do with these motherboard screws is kind of put them in the order that they should go in. So that way, when I put this back together, if I ever do, or I connect it to another device, I know where these screws go. So, that's the point behind that. So just look around, find the screws, and then place them in a puzzle-like order. that I took them out in a shape, the shape that they came out, in the general location, normally at a smaller size than what you would do with the motherboard, or the actual size of the motherboard. It would normally be smaller than that, but you can normally extrapolate it and make it bigger in your mind and see where the screws would go. So that's the whole idea here. Now once you get all these screws done, you gotta be careful getting the motherboard actually out, because it's actually wedged in this way a little bit. And there's a backing plate here, an I/O plate they call it, input output, back there, that will kind of be forced into the back of the computer so it doesn't come out so easily. But a little pop, and maybe a wiggle, and it should come right out. Once we're done and we get all the right stuff up. Okay, so that's done. I got the motherboard out. Everybody, nice little tester motherboard, a little cheap fashiony motherboard. Okay, put it aside. Let's take the I/O plate out, like I said. Just do a little pop. There it is. Shows you where all your plugs are. This up here is going to be some USB here. I'll take that out at some point. Probably, actually, that's our, not USB. We got microphone and headphone connection. So that's what that does, and that only connects to the motherboard there. So I might as well take that off. See if I plug that into the motherboard. If I ever want to do a test like that, I don't know. This is not the most easy. This is actually, it's a screwed in. Okay, you can get it out. See, as you can see down there, there's a fan left too. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the tear down of this computer. But yeah, we got all those parts out of it. Some of them useful for other items, some of them useful for maybe sale. In this particular case, probably not. Most of the time you're going to find like newer devices where you could actually pick parts out of and sell, and probably pick a computer off the ground. And if you can't sell it all at once, all the parts, all said and done, like 50 bucks. Computer out of the trash, all the parts online, motherboard, everything that goes with it, one by one. Probably make about 50 bucks, maybe even more. I'm going to take this here fan off also. Why the hell not? And this whole thing is done. This whole case is stripped. Finished. Fan screws are fine. They're a lot thicker. I don't understand why. Maybe it's because it's kind of like the screw actually goes into the plastic of the fan. I don't know. I think it kind of does. Put some plastic grooves in the fan. I don't know. I might actually, in this instance, save this here Windows key, even though you guys could probably see it. Anyway, save that key. See if I can, enter it on another device. And see if back then it was very dependent and tattooed to the motherboard, like eventually had to happen. Now Windows is, if you buy a single-use copy, it knows when you're using it on a different computer. So you technically really can't do that anymore with a Windows OEM copy. If you buy a lifetime copy, you uninstall it from your one computer, you can install it to another, but most people don't do that. You get what comes with your computer, and that's an OEM copy these days. Alright. Empty shell of a computer. And that is that, people. Pretty much donezo. And that's the tear down of a computer. That's pretty much how you do it. Pretty easy to do. I'm going to make use of some of those parts in there and put some of this crap back together that I really don't need. And then next thing you know, I'll make use of that. What is it going to do? Make use of the thing. gonna make use of the other, what you call it, the motherboard, and do a tester with it. Good enough. Rip some dust. Alright guys, thanks for watching. The moral of the story here is our landfills are filling up fast and we do not need to keep filling them with this crap. You know, and we can't just keep throwing away this shit. This one was old, it needed to get recycled, alright, and that's what I did with it. But if you can, you know, fix your device or upgrade your device rather than completely throwing it away, because all this, you know, harmful and poisonous stuff, which a lot of this is getting into landfills, it's soaking into our land, ruining our land, and ruining our streams, unfortunately. But, and another thing is a lot of it ends up in third world countries because they buy this stuff from us. We actually pay them to take it because we do not want it in our backyard. But now we're just basically throwing our problems to other people, poorer people, who can't afford to say no, and they just take our trash, and next thing you know, down the road they're dealing with a whole bunch of health problems because of our trash. So if we can start here, huge corporations, you know, giving away their old tech instead of throwing it away and recycling it and doing what I did here, you know, if it still works, donate that. Donate that to Africa. Send that over there. Let them use it for 5-10 years and then donate it somewhere else. That's how we have to do this stuff. We no longer have to just throw out. Throwing out all this stuff, eventually we're not going to have anywhere left to put the trash. And that's God honest truth. Alright guys, take care.